I just found myself ranting about AI, so I'm just gonna rant about it on stream. I might have to cut this stream short if something happens. I just thinking about how like the backlash and negative sentiment towards AI is completely self-inflicted by the AI industry. It's completely self-inflicted. It's not just like propaganda. It's just totally self-inflicted by themselves. The constant doomsday marketing. We're gonna end the world. It's gonna happen. Prepare yourselves. This kind of shit. Um, the things that they've made the face of AI and modern AI technologies, LLMs and stuff, where it's like, you know, oh, we're trying to create artificial intelligence, and like, you could think like, well, artificial intelligence could be like assistance for us in research. They can research, scientific and medical advances faster than any human. They could, figure out the cure to cancer in, 2 seconds flat if we have something like an artificial super intelligence or AGI or whatever. Um, or you can have like a robot that can like do chores in your house for you. It can do your laundry and fold your clothes so you don't have to do that shit anymore, unless you want to do it. Um, and we think, okay, cool. That sounds cool. We can put AI in your car to, prevent traffic accidents more, something like that. And maybe that does scare people, but maybe like in airplanes or something, the technology's not there yet. But the idea is like, you kind of fill in these gaps, excuse me, that are based off of like human error or stuff that we miss, that we can't notice or something, or that's too fast for us to notice. Um, and people think, okay, well that could be extremely useful. What is AI being used for? What do we see it everywhere as? First of all, like I said, the doomsday marketing. It's like no one's gonna have a job anymore. No one's gonna do it. We'll be able to replace every single job. No one will be useful anymore. It's like, why are you saying that, you fucking idiot? Why would you say that? You dumbass. Like seriously, I'm not saying that people should do this, but it's very obvious with messaging like this why somebody, anybody, would throw a fucking Molotov cocktail at Sam Altman's home. It's so obvious. We're gonna take your job. Okay. Fuck you, bitch. Like, can you not put two and two together, these people? There's a problem that can happen with smart or skilled people where they're it's like they get like this tunnel vision and where they're just kind of like this all day. Just kind of like, and they don't look up from from their work. They don't do it. They don't do it, and they're just kind of like they're lost in like, huh, what did you say? They're lost in like a train of thought, and they're lost in the train of their work. And what happens to people like this is like they just keep fucking going, and they don't stop to think like, where am I? Where am I anyway? It's like getting into a car and you just drive and you don't really think about like where you want to be, or you don't stop the car and get out and look around and kind of take stock of like where you've been so far. You see your trip on a map, on like Google Maps or something, how far you've driven, the places you've hit. Take stock of things. Okay, like how's my fuel? How's my car running? Um, and this is just it's like a review step. It's a stop and smell the roses step. Seriously, and like what the fuck? Oh, that was my phone. I was like, what the hell? Um, Fucking stupid voice shit. Hate it. But yeah, it's this kind of like step where it's like, all right, like where have we been? Where are we going? What's the trajectory of things? You know, it's like some people they get so obsessed. It's like they're just like, but I have to just keep driving. Ah! And it's like, no, you should not be doing that. That's actually destructive. You need to stop sometimes. You must fucking stop. You have to stop sometimes. You have to, or else your engine will overheat. You have to refuel. You got to take stock on your health. You got to get out of your car and stand up and stretch and do some exercises and breathe some fucking fresh air. Stop burning some gas and breathing that shit in or whatever the fuck. If it does leak into the car interior at all or just being around it, I don't fucking know. Um, you know, enjoy the progress that you made so far. Are you hungry? You need to go to the bathroom. Like you cannot just keep driving all the time. You can't. There's it's our bodies are not wired for it, and I think that's sort of like maybe just a facet of the universe. That's the whole point. Even machines have to rest. They do. Even machines need maintenance and rest time. Man, like you just leave your car running all the time. The parts start to degrade, and I don't know if this is that much of an issue anymore, but engines could overheat. And it's just part of how the universe works. Things decay, they degrade, and part of keeping those things longer lasting is if you have a step where you maintain things and you let things rest. Like, holy fucking shit. But people have this stupid thing where it's like, but no, it's like with AI, we just must barrel forward. It's like, I don't know, dude. Maybe that's not such a good idea, especially with all the things that people are saying. Like, oh, okay, it's going to replace every single job, even the white collar ones. No, all humans are going to be obsolete. Uh, 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 you know, we'll have to implement a universal basic income. Like all this shit. It's like these are massive fucking things that could take a long time to coordinate. And maybe the bet that everybody's making is like, oh, like, but if we have AGI, it'll just be able to figure all that stuff out for us in a split second. So it's a non-issue. Or like if we don't do it, someone else is gonna do it. So we need to work. Shut up. Like if you ever think like, okay, maybe the right thing to do is the right thing. We should kind of just sit and stop and breathe and think, okay, maybe we should think about what the moral thing is to do here. Should okay, we could have this reality where nobody is useful in a job anymore. You can this like AI, AGI, ASI, whatever, combined with like a humanoid casing could make every single human on this earth obsolete for any task, any job at all. Besides things like, socializing with a real human, having sex with a real human, maybe an AI would never be able to fulfill that because it's not a real human. That's the whole point. But I don't know. But is should we reduce all the human population to the only available jobs being like companion, friend, like a talk show host or something, or actor or comedian, some sort of entertainer, or prostitute, because that's sort of it, right? Um, if you don't count like a paid companion as a prostitute, just someone to talk to, like a host club or like a fake girlfriend or fake friend for a day, some shit like that. Is that really what we want to do? Like really quickly, really quickly. Oh, like who cares? Who cares? It's like people derive meaning from work. This is a pretty sure I'm not an expert psychologist, but like, is this not like a known facet of human psychology? It's probably part of how we evolved. And to completely take that away could cause massive psychological issues for the entire human race. And we've seen issues like this, or we have um my stomach is making I need food. um Maybe I do. We've seen issues like this in towns where mining factories or whatever became obsolete, and you had these towns and families that were built up because that was what they did, right? They worked in factories. They were mining, whatever. And now, like, the mine is run dry. We don't need it anymore. The factory's obsolete. We moved it to China, whatever. And you have families who are poor. They're on benefits. They are depressed. They are addicted to opioids. People kill themselves. Like, what makes you think this shit's not going to happen if we have AI completely make every single human obsolete on the planet? Are you stupid? And maybe part of the problem is you have a lot of people who go into these careers, they're prestige careers, like getting into tech and stuff, and they might come from backgrounds where they didn't really have to think too much about poor people. They didn't really have to think too much about you know, what life is like for the unskilled, or the obsolete, or the useless. They don't really know. Maybe they've never known ever. They've never lived it. And maybe to them, like, they look down on and get angry at people who flip their burgers. I don't fucking care about them. I don't give a shit. Stupid loser burger flippers. Fuck off. They don't care. They don't see the human there, number one, and they've never done those jobs, number two. And I've sort of done stuff like that, but I didn't fully do it. And I regret that. I had an opportunity to maybe do something like that, but I just kept resisting it. Making because it was really hard for me to lower myself to that point. But I think part of that is like, so I can't fully speak from experience to say, like, like, oh, I know what it's like, and you haven't. Like, no. So maybe I should go do that because I wanted to. But like I said, as being too much of a bitch. But I do know what it's like to have no money. At least, maybe not fully. I sort of tried to put myself in that position to, like, on purpose, to see what it was like. And now I'm in a position where I'm trying to get money again. Actually, it's been kind of difficult, which is interesting. Um, but I think this is like, and I'm not, I don't want to talk like, oh, like talk about like grievances and stuff and have like class warfare, because I kind of hate and hated like a lot of these like social justice warrior types, but like, it kind of is a thing where, like, if you don't know what it's like to be in those situations, it's like you might dehumanize people like that. You kind of dehumanize, like, the person that makes your food that you order off of Uber Eats or something. Like, it's like you look at the person that is in the kitchen. You don't even look at them as human because you don't fucking care, because your salary is 250, $300,000 a year. You got everything on tap. You got like, your 401k, your Roth IRA, you got some Robinhood investments, you have cryptocurrency, um, you have a nice new apartment, you're working your ass off, learning, you're at the bleeding edge of technology, contributing to the modern day Manhattan Project, um, or something that's just making you a lot of money for whatever reason, and you're trying to think about how to retire at 45 or 40, and you don't give a shit, you don't fucking care. You have your food delivered to you. Fuck off. I would never be an Uber Eats driver, that kind of shit. And here I am being kind of a hypocrite because I should have done that. I actually signed up for fucking Uber Eats. Don't hack my account or anything, please. But you know, like to the delivery, whatever. Don't hack my account, please. Um, but even then, I resisted doing it. But I should have done it. I still could do it because I think it is important to learn those things. And this is kind of a